Here at another abandoned location. This is a huge building in the middle of the woods that I found. I don't know what it was. I'm thinking it's right next to a river. I'm thinking it had something to do with the steel mills. Pretty rough looking. Pretty rough looking. I knew this was a big place when I spotted it from the map. When I seen it from the map, I knew it was big. I have no idea what this could have been, but it's way back in the middle of the woods, middle of nowhere. But I think it's from when they floated iron during the steel mills, steel mill era, 1800s, when they floated stuff down the river. That's what I think it was from. Definitely a cool place. I have no idea what it could have been. No idea what this place could have been. That's my only guess of what it could be. Something from the steel mill era. Because that's a river right there. That's a big river. Go over here and people hanging out. Got the little fire pit going, as usual. Oh, this looks like the end of the road here. And then right there's an old bridge I want to check out. That I got to check out. You got to check this bridge out. Dead end there. Both sides. Yeah, look at that old bridge. We got to go down around.
Is there bottom to this too?
I don't know. I think there would. I'm guessing there should be. All right. Well, I'm going to snap some photos, and then once I get down to the bridge, down below next to the river, I'll click back on. Big old building. And then over here is an old bridge. I don't know if I'll be walking out across that bridge, but that's really cool. That has to have been where they used to load stuff onto the ships. It has to be. Ships used to come down the river, and this has to have been where they used to go out. This is where they loaded the ships that came down the river. That's terrible. That's in bad shape. That's in really bad shape. I was hoping I could walk out on that, but there's no way I'm walking out on that.
Now, because look, even if you would get over halfway, there's just...
So, yeah, I'm not gonna, unless you stayed on the metal beams, but I mean, even still.
That's such a shame, like literally sad. Wouldn't that be so cool to walk out?
That had to have been where they loaded the ships. I would love to have been able to walk out on that. I'm going to snap some photos. Yeah, here's a side view of the bridge. There's the massive river. Can't remember the name of the river. I'll have to look, but that's a big river. But yeah, that's the only thing I can think of what that was, is the boats came down, the ships came down, and then loaded the ships. The ships pulled up to this, and they loaded them and shipped them to wherever, Pittsburgh, wherever they did their shipping. Floated their stuff. And then there's a little shack over here. I don't know what this little thing was. I don't know what this was. It's no longer, that's for sure. Yeah, I was hoping to get across that bridge, but I'm not walking across that. It's just too bad a shape. And it looks like there was 2 levels of it. There's a bottom level and then there's the top level. Like 2 decks.
I'd love to know what that is at the very, very end of the bridge.
Yeah, me too. So, there's 2 more things I want to check out. There's something down here. There's something down there next to the river I want to look at, and then there's one more building on the way back up out I want to check out if there's still enough daylight. But that sucks. I wanted to go across that bridge. It was still cool to see, though. I mean, that's a nice piece of history there. I'd like to know what this place was. I know it had to have been back in the steel mill era, back in 1800s and stuff like that. Whatever they did here, I don't know. Whatever it was, I don't know, but pretty cool. But I'm going to venture down here, see what this thing is. I'll click on once I get there. All right, so I don't know, this looks like a big sign or something on a cement slab down here. Maybe it's a sign that says what this used to be. But I think whatever was manufactured in that building up there, they used to bring it and load it on, put it across this bridge and then load it onto the ships. It's the only thing I can come up with. It makes sense. I mean, you have a building up in the woods there on the side of the hill. Oh man, I got little stickies all over me. Not cool. But there's the bridge again. I don't know if I can get up on this cement wall or around it to see what that sign says. If it is a sign, it looks like a sign to me. Just got to do some bushwhacking. goes up the side, up the corner of that. Sorry if the camera's bouncing around, but I'm trying to get through here so you can see. Okay, so there's the sign. Restricted. There's the bridge. Pretty cool. There's the massive river. All right, I'm gonna snap some photos. All right, so now I'm down underneath the bridge. That sign says no boats beyond this sign. Restricted area, no boats beyond that sign. So I mean, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Whoa, kind of muddy too and slippy. So, yep. Pretty wild, man. Pretty wild. So I'm going to snap some photos here and then work my way back up to where I seen the other building, and if I can get to it, I'll click on and do some video in there. All right, well, that was the building I found in the old loading dock bridge for, I guess, the ships and stuff back in the day. Coal mining industry, steel industry, whatever it was, they used to float the product up and down that river. I'm not far out of Pittsburgh right now, so probably had something to do with that. So the bridge was a little sketchy. I didn't want to go walking across that, walking out on that. So I used my better judgment this time and didn't go out on that, but it would have been cool. I still got some good footage of it, photos of it, and the building was pretty cool. That's the only thing I could think of that it had something to do. I seen a old rock dump behind there in the woods, so it was either something to do with the coal industry or the steel, or maybe both. But that's about it. That wraps it up for this adventure. Catch you on the next one.